what's up, YouTube? Alright, so I'm here with my student Rachel and her second edition, second episode. Slow down, girl. You see that big ass trailer?
It's Rochelle.
Rochelle.
Mm-hmm.
Rochelle. What did I say?
Rachel.
Oh, Rachel. Okay. It's Rochelle. Gotta make sure I pronounce her name proper because she's like very particular about that, as you've noticed. Yeah, so today is Rochelle's second episode. We're gonna go driving again. Yesterday she did really well, actually. The first video is coming out. Look for that about the 27th. And then this one that I'm shooting now, I'll drop maybe 5 days after that. But yeah, before we get too much into the lesson, I want you guys to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and I'm happy to have you. Just continue to watch the videos and keep supporting the channel. It's growing. It's growing faster now than before, but I still want you guys to help me to boost it up to like maximum, you know what I mean? So yeah, Rochelle is my 4th student in the series, and this is her second lesson. So we're gonna go drive in and see what she's doing. Okay. Yeah, I got up like super early this morning. Like I was up at 6 to pick up my girl for 7. So yeah.
So her session just ended?
Well, I picked up at 7, so her session ended at 8:30. Yeah. And then I went home for a bit and started to upload that video. And then I had to leave to come here. So when I'm done later, then I'll finish it. It's uploading right now, but you know, when there's a lot of back-end stuff that you have to do on the videos that people don't know about. Yeah, like if you just post the video and don't do anything, nobody will see it really. I mean, you'll see it because they'll go to my channel, and because now the channel is actually growing, so people will see it anyway. But in terms of people that's not coming to my channel, yeah, they won't see it if you don't do the back-end stuff. Meaning you gotta put a lot of tags in it, and
so when people type
it in, they can find you. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the back-end that people don't necessarily know.
Realize.
Yeah, because when you put up a video, it takes a good 15-20 minutes of just working in the background to make sure the video is as visible as possible. You have to use the proper search terms. You have to. There's a lot you have to do to it to make sure people can see it.
Actually see it.
Yeah. People think you just make a video and put it up on YouTube and everybody's gonna see it. Hell no.
You have to add stuff in.
Yeah, because in actuality, you're competing with everybody else that's posting videos on YouTube. And there are literally millions of videos being posted every day.
About the same stuff.
About the same kind of topics. So something has to stick out with your video. So your thumbnails have to be really good. I need to make a video on that, because people are making videos on how to make thumbnails and how to get your video to show up, and how I've actually studied it, and I know exactly what you have to do
to get it
to get people to get the videos to surface. First you gotta the hardest part is to get YouTube to actually recommend your videos, but then there are steps that you have to go through to get to that point.
So what made you start doing YouTube?
What made me start? Just I like YouTube. I haven't had cable for probably 12 or more years. Even though I have Netflix and I have all of the different things, I really only watch. Hold on, slow down. What is he saying?
Almost flat up here.
Okay, I'll check it. He's saying I'm almost flat. It's not almost flat, but I gotta check it. Yeah, like I said, I've gotten rid of cable for a long time. I have Netflix and Amazon Prime and all of those things. But I generally just watch YouTube. That's what I watch. For the most part, I watch YouTube. So, but I have a friend stay here.
Stay in this way?
Yeah. I have a friend that does makeup, and she started a channel And I just like, well, yeah, I should start a channel. I just said it like that. And then I was like, yeah, let me just start it. And I just bought the camera and started putting up videos just like that.
Would you do vlogging?
I vlogged. Like when I went to Egypt, I put up 2 videos of me in Egypt. I even put up a video of, you know, cruising on the River Nile. No, I thought cruising on the River Nile would be like super interesting to people. Apparently the people that watch my channel couldn't give 2 craps about Egypt.
Cause probably have to make a separate travel.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because that video actually has been up for since Egypt was October of 2019. And that video still doesn't even have 100 views. What? Exactly.
You probably have to do a separate
a separate thing for that.
Most of the people are coming for driving.
For driving, precisely. Yeah. So I did another one with me. We're on a bus ride in Cairo going to the Egyptian Museum. Which again I thought would be super interesting, but it was interesting to me, but not to the people watching my videos, because that stuff only have like 100 and maybe 120 views in.
And the driving test videos are in the thousands.
What? Instantly, as soon as you put them on, within a week or 2, they're up in the thousands. Some of them within a month they're in the 10,000 and more. But yeah, it's certain videos. So I've learned that certain videos, because I have another channel. I have a channel for cars. That channel is called Exotica, and I was like going to car shows and stuff like that, showing my cars and showing other cars. Yeah, but I'm waiting for the world to open back up to kind of jump on that channel. But yeah, people are very specific. If you start your channel just vlogging, then you'll grow an audience of people that's interested in what you are doing as a person. My channel, this channel is built on people coming to learn about driving. They don't really care what I'm doing. Like, Henry, we don't care about your life, buddy. Just make videos. Just make videos that teach us how to drive. So I've realized that is my place in this world, in this channel. So yeah, I'll stay focused. But I am actually introducing things other than the actual, driving videos. Like I'm introducing things about cars, like how to buy cars. Yeah, so I have 3 videos in, the one that's already up about buying cheap, reliable cars. You seen that one? You seen
I didn't get to watch all of it.
But you see it.
I see that it's up.
Look at that. Yes. Going to the lane here. Alright, stay right here. Yeah, that video is up. And then the one about buying from small dealers is coming. And then the one about buying from auctions is coming.
How about, have you ever bought cars from like government auctions?
No, but it's about the same. Again, it's probably a little bit less competitive than the dealer auctions, because at government auctions it's just regular people. It's not like professional car dealers. It's regular people, so it's just a matter of, are you willing to pay a little bit more for this car than what everybody else wants to pay? But I have gone to government auctions, but not to buy cars. I've gone to government auctions because they advertise like audio stuff, sound system stuff, and I was interested in it. I didn't buy it because people were paying too much for the stuff, but I have actually gone to maybe 1 or 2 of those. But I used to like going to public auctions where they sell like furniture and all that. I like those things.
Estate stuff.
Yeah. I bought some really nice gallery stuff for my house from an auction. There was a gallery that sells really expensive stuff that went out of business. And I went one night and they had a whole bunch of stuff from the gallery. And I got like 6 high-end gallery pieces for like 1/3 of the cost. I was happy.
Yeah, I'd be happy too.
I was very happy. Okay, so stay in your lane here as you go, and you see it curves around, so you stay on the outside of that line as you go around. Nice and easy. Stick up in the middle lane, yeah, right there. Just like that. You don't have, when you go around the corner, like when you change lane, you have to click it off, but generally when you go around a full corner, it clicks off by itself. Right, slow down. Yeah, but auctions are actually pretty cool though. Whether it's a car auction or furniture auction or whatever.
Getting things for
Yeah, because those guys talk fast. Yeah, you gotta listen.
You gotta be listening.
You gotta.
Same thing with like the storage auctions. So those
Yeah. You like watching those shows?
I used to
watch those a lot. I used to love Storage Wars. I used to love that. But people be bidding a lot on some junk that they don't know what it is. Like no.
It has to be like this money you have, disposable money that you don't.
Well, I mean, what it is that they're basically gambling that they're gonna find some valuables in there, and sometimes they get lucky and do.
Most times.
But most times it's junk. Like if it's a bunch of furniture, I'm not bidding on it like that. You know, if it's got boxes and you're not really sure, you know, what the boxes could be, I'll take a small gamble on some boxes before I gamble on some furniture. Like what the hell? I'll go to the furniture store and buy my furniture. But yeah, I used to love watching those. I haven't watched them in a while. I used to watch it a lot when I had cable.
Yeah,
but you can still watch them on YouTube if you want to.
The old episodes.
And you can watch them on Netflix. Netflix have those things. Yeah.
And I think they upload like the past season.
Yeah. You can watch them on Netflix. You can watch them on Amazon Prime. There's so many streaming networks. I have all of the streaming platforms.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't do cable.
Yeah, we got rid of cable too.
I got rid of it. When I got rid of cable, my wife and my daughter and them, it was like, what the hell? Are you serious? And I'm like, listen, nobody at the time, right? I learned about streaming from listening to NPR. And I realized that a lot of my students that weren't black were getting rid of cable. And I'm like, yo, you guys are so late. That's what I was telling my family. I'm like, the world is moving towards streaming. And they thought I was mad crazy. They were like, what are you talking, bro? Like I'm like, first of all, the problem I had with cable, and I still do, even though I don't have it, but say you have the cable, right? They give you these packages.
Right.
That includes 150 channels, right? But out of the 150 channels, maybe 60 or 70 of those channels are like infomercials. Stuff that you don't want to watch, like people just advertising to you, like shopping networks and all of that nonsense. Like who wants that? You don't want to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? So, and they have a whole bunch of music channels. So in actuality, the 150 package that you're paying for, maybe have 10 or 15 channels that you actually want to watch. You understand? So I was like, okay. So I used to call the company, the cable company, on a regular, arguing like, yo, I don't want these. Could I just have this, that, and that?
And pay for that.
And pay for that. And they're like, no, sir, you cannot have it a la carte, is what they used to tell me. So now I have a la carte. I watch what I want to watch whenever I want to watch it. Perfect.
It's smart.
Perfect.
My dad did that last year because he was like, there's nothing on TV.
Exactly. I don't want to watch cable. Like, what?
You're paying like $200, $300 a month.
Exactly. Slow down. You see the brake lights, right? So whenever you see the brake lights, then you know it's time to start slowing down. Yeah, I don't know if people still have cable. They're way behind because you're paying a bunch of money for that. There's really nothing you can't watch on YouTube. What I love about YouTube, if I decide today, I feel like watching some stand-up. Hello? You can watch stand-up all day. All day. You can watch stand-up from Jamaica, from Africa, from wherever. If you want to watch some Jamaican movies, you can just type that up.
And it comes up.
You can watch some Jamaican concerts or, you know, races in Jamaica. Like I didn't even know that there was a actual car scene in Jamaica because I'm into it here. But I didn't know that there was an actual car scene in Jamaica until I went to YouTube and searched for it. And I was like, what? These guys have really elaborately set up cars. Fast cars, nice cars. Yeah, I was like, wow, Jamaica. I really didn't know that or expect that. And this happens every time. Scam lightly. Every time I start videotaping, it happens. This kid gonna ask me the other day if I ever heard about vibrate on cell phones.
Oh.
in the comments.
Mhm.
Because every time it comes up. Have you ever heard about vibrate? But yeah, my phone calls, by the way, are business calls. So I'm not sacrificing losing business to make a video.
Exactly.
So if it rings
It rings.
and it bothers me, I'll edit it out.
Mhm.
Or I'll just leave it in. It's whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but the YouTube thing is amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can pretty much watch whatever. Like I like the African movies. I watch a lot of them on YouTube. And what I like watching the vlogs where people are vlogging to like Jamaica.
Mhm.
There's a lot of girls vlogging to Jamaica.
Yeah.
And it really does highlight Jamaica in a massive way.
The different like resorts.
Yeah. They be making Jamaica look real good.
Mhm.
At least they show a balance. You feel me?
Yeah, instead of just showing.
Instead
the
of showing the garrisons
Mhm.
that
that is just poverty.
yeah, certain media companies just want to show the worst in every little third world country.
Yeah, like there's nothing good about it.
Yeah, we're a third world country. We are third world, but the developing countries and the third world country,
Mm-hmm.
they really does try to show all the negative. They don't never highlight the positive.
Positives about it.
It's usually just the tourist boards from these countries
Mm-hmm.
that would show you the good parts.
The good parts, the beaches.
Yeah. But at least the vloggers, they go all over Jamaica and show you different parts of
Different
Jamaica, different things to do in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm from Montego Bay, and these vloggers make Montego Bay look real
It was
good.
really nice.
It is nice, but they really highlight it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love that.
A lot of people have been traveling there over COVID.
Oh yeah, they be going to Jamaica and they be loving it because they be saying, "Yo, I love Jamaica."
They're so welcome there.
Yeah, they love. Oh, I love Jamaica. They say that all the time. I know this one girl from Africa that I watch.
Mm-hmm.
She's a model, but she vlogs and travels all over.
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps saying she's from Ghana, and she's like, "Listen, Jamaica is my favorite country in the world. Like I don't care what anybody from Ghana has to say about it, but Jamaica is my favorite country. Period."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow.
I don't blame her. It's nice because everyone's so welcome.
Oh, yeah, Jamaica is sweet. Jamaica is super nice. I mean, people will try to point out the little negatives, but everywhere has negatives, right?
Everywhere.
But there's a lot more positives than negatives.
Mm-hmm. Just have to find them.
Yeah. I mean, like here, there's a lot of negatives here, but overall, America is more positives than negatives, right? You just can't blind your eyes to the fact that there's lots of negatives. Look at that.
Yeah,
That was pretty stupid. Just come all the way across. Yeah, at least you had the blinker on, yeah.
Because most of them don't even use blinkers anymore.
They just pull right out. They don't care. Yeah, this girl left this morning. She left a comment on my thing, and she was like, "Man, I can just see your students relaxing when you guys are like having conversation." And she's like, "That is great." She's like, "I wish you were in New York, though."
Would you do traveling if they paid enough?
No, the people are not gonna pay me enough to travel to say like New York to give driving lessons. But I have had people that come from New York or from Connecticut or from wherever
To learn.
to come down here, stay down here for a week. If they have family or whatever, they'll come down. Some of them come down and actually stay in a hotel.
Really?
Yeah.
To learn how to drive?
To learn how to drive, yeah.
Yeah, because it's really relaxing.
Yeah, people do come. People travel from all over. I had a lady that came from Panama City, which is way on the west coast of Florida. I've had people that come down from Orlando. People take train from Palm Beach all the time and come down here. People from Miami would take Uber or Lyft or whatever and meet me in Hollywood. Because I'm not, I'm not really trying to go to Miami like that for driving lessons. It's too far. But yeah, people are willing to travel because they're like, bro, I'm watching you, and ain't nobody around where I live that can do that.
Can do it like that.
So I'm traveling.
I think most of them don't have conversation.
They don't. They just stare, all stiff and stoic. It's not gonna help you learn. Yeah, you're already nervous.
Yeah, it's gonna make you even more nervous.
Exactly, you're already nervous. So the whole idea is to make you chill and relax while you're driving, because ultimately you're driving, and as long as you're driving, you're learning. You feel me? Exactly. So it's not about, oh, you got to do it this way. No, you don't have to do it this way. You have to learn to drive by driving. There's really no other way to learn to drive. I don't care what anybody tells you. You can't learn to drive unless you are actually driving. Right? So the whole point is to make it as comfortable as possible while you learn to drive.
In a relaxing, calm environment.
Feel me? And I learned this when I first started, that you have to talk to people to get them to not stress about driving.
Because they're just focused on the road, like what happened yesterday.
Exactly. You just be like that and all
stiff. I got so nervous.
Exactly.
So I started focusing on the road more.
Yeah. That's this person. Yeah, as long as you're seeing what's going on in front of you and you're looking at the mirrors periodically, which is, you know, initially you don't do that, right? But ultimately you want to look at the mirrors periodically to kind of keep abreast of what's going on around you, that behind you, beside you, whatever. But day 1 and 2, nobody does that. Everybody just keeping their head like that.
Just driving.
And if you're just like that and stressing, nervous, and I'm just sitting here looking at you and not telling you nothing, only pointing out when you do something wrong, that can't work.
You don't feel like you're not really doing well or learning.
Exactly. It mashes up your confidence even more.
But they just point out the flaw.
If all they dwell on is what you're doing wrong, I tell you what you're doing wrong, but then I tell you how to fix it. And then I don't dwell on it.
Yeah, you let it go.
I let it go and talk some more, right? Because that's the whole point. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, you just ran the stop sign, and then, oh, what the hell, why would you do that? No, that doesn't help. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's why parents have a hard time trying to teach their kids.
Exactly, because they want to cuss you out every time you do something wrong.
Or yell.
And yell at you, and that does not work at all. You feel me? So I'll tell you, girl, you can't run the stop sign. And then be like, yeah, but the beach is nice as hell, though.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Like, move on.
Move on. Just say what you're saying. Point out the flaws. Tell them how to fix it, and then move on.
My dad is a really good driver, but he's also a military man.
Okay, between me and you. Between me and you. And this is a conversation that I've had maybe 1,000 times. Being able to drive and being able to teach someone to drive is two different skill sets. And people just mix up the two. You understand? They're like, I can drive really good. No, that doesn't mean you can teach.
Because I would be so nervous because he'd yell.
Exactly.
He doesn't know he's yelling because he, like, most people who come out the military, they're loud.
But listen to me. Most of the time when people are yelling, it's nervous energy.
Yeah. It puts you on edge.
Duh, because they're sitting here and really, you're asking them to sit there calmly and watch you learn to drive, and they know you can't drive. They're not going to be calm, right? They're going to be all stressed themselves, and they're going to transfer that stress energy to you. Okay, so I don't know why they stopped on top of the bridge, but whatever. Yeah, so it's definitely not a good idea to be taught by someone that is more stressed than you are.
Yeah, because I'd be honest, but I was like, I'm pulling the car over. I'm like, if you keep yelling, I'm gonna stop driving.
Yeah, I've had many wives that tell me, Henry, I had to find a driving school because definitely I would have to get a divorce if I continue trying to have this man teach me to drive. So they're like, yeah, it wasn't working out because this dude was really just getting on my nerves. But the point is, I mean, like you said, they're not consciously yelling,
trying to do it,
but they're just nervous themselves. All right, like I've had students, many students, that say you would tell them to do something, right? You would say, make a right. And because they're so anxious, right? They're like, make a right, make a right, make a right, like that. They're just like, and I'm like, calm down and just make a right. You feel me? So yeah, the stress will do that to you. When you're stressed out, everything is all jumbled. Yeah, so yeah, you wanna be able to relax. The time goes so fast, girl. You look at that.
24 minutes already? Oh my god.
Yeah, the one yesterday is like 31 minutes. Yeah.
Did you edit it out to make it shorter?
Nah, I kept it at that because it was interesting. Yeah, the whole thing was interesting. So I was like, yeah, let me keep this. I mean, people have a choice to click out when they want to.
Once they get off.
Yeah, but see, alright. what I've learned, the videos, you make your videos, you put them up on YouTube, right? Initially, when people are learning your channel, they're not watching the videos all the way through. They'll watch 5 minutes or so. But as the channel gets more popular, people will watch the videos longer.
Right.
You understand? Yeah, so they'll watch, just even if they're like, okay, I'm not really learning that much from the video. Yeah, this lane. But they're like, yeah, they're talking, they're having really interesting conversations, so let me see what they're talking about. People will, yeah, they'll learn from just listening and watching, and probably being entertained. I mean, it's not wrong to be entertaining, is it?
No, nothing wrong with that. If it's boring, that's the problem.
Exactly. So, you know, not just, you know, you learn while you're being entertained by the conversation, because it's always interesting.
People will gravitate to it more.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole point. So now we're on A1A, heading towards Lauderdale by the sea. And I think we're just gonna go back up on commercial, because time does fly. I can't believe it's so
late already.
Exactly. Yo, this time is so different. Like, usually when I get up in the morning, it's almost light when I go out, and in the evening it's getting dark early. Okay, you see the brake lights, so yeah. Remember, when you stop behind the cars, you should be able to see their back tires.
Oh, so you can't be too close.
Yeah, if you can't see the tires, then that means you're too close. Yes.
Because you'd run right into them.
Yeah. So now when I get up and go outside, it's like dark. And in the evening when I'm done working, it's nice and light.
Do you prefer it that way?
No. Actually, yes, I do, because you have longer evenings to do stuff with. But what I usually do, which is not necessarily the best thing, when the time changes like this, then I usually just add another person at 6 o'clock. So, you know, I'm still finishing at 8 or close to 8. You understand? But usually when it gets dark early, I'll pick up my last student at 5. So now I still
have some evening to yourself.
Yeah, now, but I still add an extra hour to it. I still always add an extra student. So what I am supposed to do is just keep it the same way and stop at 5. And then I'll have some time in the evening. I think I'm gonna do that actually.
Just stop the student earlier?
Yeah, pick up the last student at 5. So I have a longer evening. I'm gonna do that, because sometimes I'm just like working from sun up to sundown.
And then you have no time to
no time to do anything. And I mean, I relax at night, but yeah, I need to do it so I have a little bit more time in the evening. Like sometime I need to get something done on the car.
Yeah, and it's too late.
By the time, well, my mechanic comes to the house though. But when he comes to the house, it's dark. I prefer if he comes to the house and it's not dark. Like this evening, he's gonna come to check something on the car. So I'm gonna be done like 6:30, so it'll be nice and light out.
So you still have some time.
I still have time. Girl, your videos be going fast.
Yeah, they go by so fast.
Yeah.
We've been driving for almost 30 minutes now.
I know. See that? So you see, Rochelle is doing really, really well. She's almost an expert already.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you're doing good. Alright, so I'm gonna end this video right here. And you see Rochelle is doing super. So she's going to definitely pass her test. So again, just continue to follow the progress. Rochelle's and everyone else that is in the series. Melissa, Sandra, and Ayana. Just watch all of the videos. Watch the different episodes. And ultimately, we're going to see who is going to pass their driving test. I'm going to bet that all of them will on their first try. Yeah, so exactly. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing and picking it up and chilling. So yeah, we'll see when they all pass their driving test, and then I guess I'll be adding more people as we go along. So there's always going to be someone in the series working their way towards their driver's license. Alright, okay, so again, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, please. I said please twice, but yes.
Showing that you're polite.
Yeah, I'm definitely begging you guys to continue to support the channel and help me to build it. All right, thank you, and I'll see you on the next episode.